What it do, YouTube? This your boy Pound for Pound Boxing. Real news. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P4P Boxing Real News. So what is going on, man? What's going on in boxing as of right now? As y'all can see, this Saturday we've got Bam Rodriguez going up against Sergey Rungasai, right? Rungasai, we all know Rungasai. If you follow the lower weight classes, Rungasai is a guy that came and he beat uh Chocolatito Gonzalez. So this is a very tough fight for Bam Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Um Also, you got Bob Arum saying that uh you know that we got Bob Arum saying that uh you got Bob Arum saying that George Kambosas should take a tune-up fight before he even goes and tries to fight Devin Haney again and setting up his rematch clause. Now, George Kambosas come out and he said that he's already exercised this rematch clause and that he'll be getting that rematch against Devin Haney. But Bob Arum is saying he's kind of skeptical about it. He's kind of like, yo, take a tune-up fight, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Which is not a bad idea what Bob Arum is saying. But the thing is that what Bob Arum is really trying to say is that he's really not trying to make this fight again. You know what I'm saying? He's really trying to sell George Kambosas, giving him a hint that that fight for him it really means nothing, and for the fans it really means nothing. I think a lot of people after that fight said we don't want to see the fight anymore. Devin Haney won clearly, um, and you really didn't show anything that you could probably adjust to be Devin Haney, right? Because it's something as simple as a jab that you can adjust to a Devin Haney just jabbing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very hard for you to win in any aspect of a battle, right? So George Kambosas, I know he's probably torn right now. He's probably like, well, Bob Arum, they all against me, this and that, and we understand that, but he has an underdog story, right? And he just wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you even look at what Bob Arum and Teofimo Lopez's relationship, um, Teofimo also felt that he wasn't the one that Bob Arum really wanted to be in it. You know what I'm saying? So when he beat Lomachenko, he kind of felt like, they kind of turned their back on him, which was partly true, right? George Campos is probably now feeling that same way. And Devin Haney is now their golden boy, right? So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's gonna happen. But Bob Arum really looks like he's serious about he doesn't want this he really doesn't want George Kambosas to go back out there and fight Devin Haney. I think that they're trying to set up that Lomachenko Devin Haney fight ASAP and try to get that going. You know what I'm saying? Which is another legacy fight, which is a legacy fight for Devin Haney ultimately. And if Devin Haney could get past Lomachenko and and beat Lomachenko, I think that he'll definitely be respected throughout the sport. I think that he beat George Kambosas. He is respected, but there's still people that doubt Devin Haney because of the level of competition that George Kambosas really was on. Um, and I called that fight. You know what I'm saying? I called that fight. I said that Devin Haney is gonna beat him very easy. He doesn't have anything that's gonna hold him back. Like Teofimo Lopez had. You know what I'm saying? He's coming in 100% healthy. The fans and the crowd wasn't really gonna be a factor. These are kids that been fighting in an amateur system, in front of crowds already. and have already been on the world stage. Basically, Devin Haney having main events on the zone, the lights weren't gonna affect Devin Haney, right? The only thing that really could have affected Devin Haney that night was something that George Kambosas would have brought different to the table, which George Kambosas brought nothing to the table. It made it an easier night for Devin Haney. And as far as going to Australia and beating him in his own country, you talk about countless fighters that come from overseas and stuff like that that go over to other people's countries and they don't get the recognition for any of that, right? You know, yeah, what I do respect for that Devin Haney did do is he came in disciplined, on weight. You know what I'm saying? Got adjusted to the climate. Really, the only thing that you really have to do when you go to somebody else's country is get adjusted to the climate, the altitude. You know what I'm saying? That's really all you have to get adjusted to. There's nothing really much to it. That's when if you travel, if you go anywhere, what you're gonna have to get adjusted to is the altitude, right? That's why there's a such thing called homesickness, right? Homesick. But yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Make the fight or not make the fight. A lot of fans don't want to see the fight. Me, I'm for not trying to see the fight again. I'm kind of done with that fight. You know what I'm saying? George Kambosas had his opportunity. He had his shine. Being I think the seventh or in the eighth undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Underdog story. Probably gonna make a movie or documentary on Netflix on the Australian boxer that came over, and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And became undisputed world champion. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as where Bob Arum and them lie, I don't think that they will see that fight again. I think that the most likely possibility that of us seeing something is going to be Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. I think that Bob Arum is really trying to make that fight happen. I think they'll probably give George Kambosas some step aside money, and I understand he exercised his rematch clause, but I'm sure he could go back on that if money is being brought to the table. And they say, look, man, just take a tune-up fight. We're gonna give this fight to Lomachenko. We're gonna see what Lomachenko does, and you can go and fight this tune-up. We're gonna give you this X amount of money, and you know what I'm saying? And then right after that, you might get a shot at Lomachenko or Devin Haney again. You know what I'm saying? Which is not a bad deal, you know. But other than that, it is what it is. Another thing I wanted to touch on was Julio Cesar Martinez is out of the Rungasai Bam Rodriguez fight. He is completely out. Um, Supposedly he got ill and won't be able to fight, which is understandable. And actually, it's a good thing. But it's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Because um, it's a good thing that he pulled out because of the fact that if you're ill, why even go into a fight if you're ill? And shit happens, you know what I'm saying? But it's a bad thing because this is the third time that this fight, like this same fighter, you know what I'm saying, Mac Williams Arroyo, kid, I believe he beat him the first time. Then the second time it was a no contest due to um headbutt or whatever, and he got dropped in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's really going on with Julio Cesar Martinez. I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. I just don't feel like he's whoa. I just don't feel like the kid is that disciplined. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I see from Julio Cesar Martinez. He's just not that disciplined, and he just doesn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll definitely see what goes on, what's gonna happen um with 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 Julio Cesar Martinez. They're gonna have to postpone it, and it is what it is. Also on that undercard, you're gonna have Akhmadaliev. Um, that's gonna be a good fight. I mean, his last outing wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? He fought a guy that came out of Chile. It was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight, but you definitely wanted to see more of Akhmadalov. Definitely. But it is what it is. I'm excited though, man. This Saturday night, you know what I'm saying, on the zone is gonna be a show. It's definitely gonna be a show, and I believe, Rungasai is a very, 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 very tough opponent, especially for a young fighter like Bam Rodriguez. Very tough opponent. But is Bam Rodriguez ready? I feel like he's 100% ready. He beat Quadros in his last outing to become a champion, and now he's gonna go up against a top fighter in Rungasai in that division. Um, I believe that Rungasai has beat Chocolatito twice, and I believe he beat Juan Estrada once, if I'm not mistaken. So this guy is very dangerous, and this is gonna match up for Bam Rodriguez on where Bam Rodriguez is, and if he's that advanced, or are they moving him too fast? You know what I'm saying? But as we know, um, there's for a lot of these fighters, it's no, oh, we're gonna take you this way, this direction, as you see with other fighters, right? There's other fighters, that they get played with, like Tank Davis, that they don't have to really fight the top competition. Nobody's really asking them to fight the top competition. I mean, I don't think that anybody's really out there asking them, yo, when you gonna fight the top names? Yo, when you gonna fight this? When you gonna fight that? You know what I'm saying? And if they do, it's just like something that gets brushed off and nobody talks about it. But other than that, all they want to see is the excitement and the knockouts. That's about it. I mean, it's all cool and all that. The knockouts are all cool. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely want to see him in there with elite level competition. Um, like Rolando Romero, he was a late starter in the sport of boxing, but they made him out to be the biggest puncher in the world. And yes, he is a big puncher, but he's not skilled enough to go up against a Tank Davis, right? And I still feel that Rolando Romero was beating Tank Davis. Okay, I feel like Rolando Romero was actually up on Tank Davis. I thought Rolando Romero was actually washing Tank Davis, right? I might have gave Tank like maybe like two, maybe one round, 2 rounds, right? Because I just felt Rolando Romero came in very disciplined. He was keeping Tank off. He was moving. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing a good job. He kept the jab in Tank's face, and he was doing a really good job. Um, but Tank really didn't show nothing in that fight. Uh, so we'll see though, man. We'll see. And then you get like fights like with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, where this dude is really like a still up and coming guy. You know what I'm saying? Still up and coming guy. Most of these guys are still up and coming. You know what I mean? And then Tank gets to him. You see what I'm saying? And that's a huge problem. But Bam Rodriguez, man, I mean, he's well on his way to becoming one of the top fighters in the sport. Bam Rodriguez has been he right now he's on a different level. I feel like, in the way that they moving him, they're very confident that this kid is the one. You know what I'm saying? That he's gonna be the one that's gonna be lifting up that number one pound for pound um real soon. You know what I'm saying? Especially they giving him a guy like Rungasai. Rungasai is not no easy fight. Um so we'll see. Now, Bam Rodriguez isn't the biggest puncher either. He's not the biggest puncher, but he works off of angles. So we'll definitely see what he's working with this Saturday night. But I'm very excited for the zone card. I was very excited for the Julio Cesar Martinez of Mac Williams Arroyo fight. I thought that fight was incredible. The first time and the second time, the three knockdowns, he gets knocked down, he gets back up, knocks him down. I mean, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy to see I was gonna be happy to see it this Saturday, but unfortunately, Julio Cesar Ray Martinez, is out due to illness. So it is what it is, and and I'm not even sure, man. I think the first time it was I can't even remember because I just remember the second fight where he gets knocked down, gets back up, knocks Mac Williams down. Mac Williams knocks him down. So we'll see though, man. We'll see, man. But that's all I really got though, man. That's all I really got. I ain't really got much. Boxing's been real flat. You know what I'm saying? After a big matches, it goes real flat. Um, I covered the Edgar Berlanga. I felt like that fight, you know what I'm saying, that Edgar Berlanga is losing a lot of confidence and shit like that. I already covered that. I just feel like he lost his confidence. He ain't got that juice. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that juice. He ain't running off no momentum. He's running off of like failures. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. What rapper? He says Redskins are the football team, not the new name. 100. Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. Skins Nation. Hopefully we do something this year, man. Hopefully we do something. We looking all right though. We looking all right, but yeah, man. I was excited about this Julio Cesar Martinez fight just to find out that he won't be fighting due to an illness. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. And Jessica McCaskill will be on the undercard as well, as I'm seeing on the fight poster. So we'll see. Julio got monkeypox. Yo, man. Julio Cesar Martinez, man, just don't seem like he's very confident. I mean, he's not very disciplined, man. That's one problem with Julio Cesar. Like, he's a really good fighter, but he just doesn't seem like he's a disciplined fighter that he's gonna be there and gonna be very disciplined. And that's a problem, especially in the sport of boxing, because he's running off of talent, but he can create that talent, make more skills off of that. And that's something you're not seeing, especially after taking that loss against Chocolatito Gonzalez, which I'm sure took a lot of confidence away from Julio Cesar Martinez. Um, and he's a really good fighter, man, but it's gonna come a time where can only take you so far. You know what I'm saying? Talent can only take you about so far, and it's gonna come a time where you're gonna start seeing guys with better skills and better attributes in the ring, and he's not gonna be able to do nothing as we saw with Chocolatito Gonzalez. Yes, Chocolatito is fucking about to be 40 something years old, but the dude has so much skills and he stays disciplined and keeps on working. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Luis Ortiz versus Andrew Ruiz. It's a good fight, man. It's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Two guys. That I feel like it's a good fight. It's a good fight. We'll see what the outcome is. I'm not gonna predict nothing. Both fighters are good fighters, man, and may the best man win on that fight. I ain't really got no dog in that race. I just don't know if Andy Ruiz is gonna be able to catch Luis Ortiz like how Luis Ortiz got caught by Deontay Wilder. I just don't know. But Andy Ruiz has fast hands, and he could probably get the job done as well. Whoa, what the fuck? This man was rapid, bro. What's going on, man? Nah, but I said it though, man. I also said Devin Haney needs to. I mean, the clinching in sports. You know what I'm saying? They need to review those rules. Boxing needs to review the rules on clinching. You know, um, that tactic. Throwing a punch and then going to hug. You know what I'm saying? Excessive. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? You do it three times around. That's too much. That's way too much. Each round. That's ridiculous. I think that if there's one rule that needs to go back and they need to recheck those rules for refs and stuff like that, it's definitely the clinching, because it's too much of it in boxing. It's a ridiculous amount of clinching in boxing. And I think that that's one thing that they need to go back and review and start deducting points. I mean, I've seen only one fight that I saw where somebody got a point deducted from them, um, and that was against Tank Davis, I believe, uh, Gamboa, and they said that he was hugging too much. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it seem like it's very unfair because that it just don't look right. It don't look right. Um, Too much clinching is when you can't be throwing a punch and then going to hug. Like that's not even a fucking fight, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fight. That's garbage. That's garbage. And I get it. You have to do anything necessary to win, and it's not your job to referee, and it's not your job to please nobody but getting your dub, whatever. So I mean, you can't blame the fighter because the fighter's going to do whatever the ref lets them do. So that's why I think that they need to go back and recheck every rule and update those rules. In NFL football, every year there's new rules. Every year there's a rule that's updated. Every year they think of ways how could the sport be better. Okay, um, in every single sport there are new rules. There's a new regulations. There's new things. You see what I'm saying? Boxing, I think theirs started in 1901, and it's still their book is still from 1901. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. They need to go back, rewrite all the rules and regulations. They need to upgrade. They need to make the sport better. Make the sport better for as far as the reffing aspect, right? Because that's ridiculous. I swear I saw Devin Haney would throw a punch and then go and hug. You see what I'm saying? If Kambosas was too close, he'll just throw himself on him. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for the sport. And for refs to allow that to happen, it's shit is ridiculous, yo. You got Andy by knockout. Okay, yeah. I mean, it definitely could happen. I mean, Luis Ortiz has been laid out before, so it definitely could happen, dog. It definitely could happen. So we'll see, though, man. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Like, comment, shit, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P4P Boxing Real News. And we out. Peace.